Hi all, welcome to another video of Berg Performance, and it's getting boring because this is another BMW M135i N55 EWG engine. In this episode you will see what kind of modifications we did to the car and what kind of draggy times it achieved, so stay tuned. These N55 engines are known to have like a weak intercooler out of the factory. In that case we always upgrade the intercooler, and this one with a Wagner Stage 2 or Evo 2, it is called intercooler upgrade. In that sense we get like more stable IATs, so intake air temperatures for this vehicle. That's upgrade 1. So secondly, we got rid of this bad boy. This is the OEM catalytic converter, which was still present in this car, which we have replaced with a Wagner catless downpipe. We have also upgraded the high pressure fuel pump of this car because the original one was failing already. That's in first place why this customer came to us, because he felt that there was something not really, I don't know, stable or good with this car when he was running it. It was already previously tuned by another tuner, of which I respect a lot. It was okay, but you know, the high fuel pressure pump was failing, and that's why he felt like awkward things happening. So we upgraded it with a Dorch Engineering high pressure fuel pump, which is placed underneath the intake manifold, so I cannot show it to you right now, but it's doing its job properly, I can tell you. Also, we have upgraded the spark plugs with NGKs and gapped them properly in order to get the ignition timing and also the resistance of the heat, because they are one step colder than the OEM's ones, get them more stable and perfectly lined up with the tuning that we did.
60, 100, 100.
Just a couple of things I want to mention about this car. Just come with me. Can you maybe show these wheels like from the side? You can really see that they are sticking out a lot. There are no spacers used for this vehicle, but these wheel sizes are like bigger than OEM. Bigger and heavier wheels, bigger tires, and the whole setup, it looks great, but it does not really help with the draggy runs, the 100 to 200, because it creates a lot of resistance, but in that sense it just looks quite sexy. So first of all, the back box of this car, it has been upgraded with a M Performance back box, which we did not do, but it sounds great, especially with the catless downpipe. But more importantly, and this is an upgrade that I really like, just have a look under there. It is shining and it's brand new. This is a limited slip differential, and it can lock itself like fully 100%, and you can really feel that, especially with the, normally we don't do like 0 to 100 acceleration ones, but I think with this one we will do it just to see what kind of grip it can generate on these tires and with this limited slip lift. And for the software part, we really outperformed ourselves again by creating a custom tune on this car, the N55 engine. It's just perfect. I mean, we calibrated a very nice linear power curve, power band for this vehicle. It's producing around 405 horsepower, 570 newton meters of torque, and also the transmission software has been upgraded by XHP software. So there we go, another N55, and this is a good one. Well, the other one was good as well, but this is a rear-wheel driven, as mentioned before, M135i, on which we have performed the Stage 2 Plus setup. So first of all, let me give you some information about this car. Let's start with the differential. The differential has been upgraded to a limited slip diff. Which brand it is, what exactly it is, I don't know, to be honest. I did not ask, but I just saw a whole new unit at the rear of the car, underneath the car. And you can feel it. I mean, the traction is spot on. While cornering and putting your foot down in the corners, you can really feel the diff working. It just does some things, but other than that, it looks cool. This car, a little history about this car, it has 179,000 kilometers on the clock, so 180,000 kilometers. That's approximately, I would say, 110,000 miles. Yeah, it should be. This car came to us and it was already tuned, but the customer, he felt some hesitation while driving, and that was because the high pressure fuel pump was failing. So when you are really giving some nice boost for these engines at low RPM, yeah, well, with these kind of mileage, it's quite normal that the high pressure fuel pump starts to fill, and that's exactly what he felt during his drive. So we had a quick diagnose on the car and we said like, hey, listen, we can do a couple of things. He already wanted to retune the car with a custom tune from us. We just made some nice calibrations for the engine. The TCU was already flashed by XHP, so we did not touch that for now, but maybe in the future we will. Why? And this is an important one. I have tested this car with XHP software for the 100 and 200 run. If you put this car in the sport mode for the transmission, so the S mode it is called, with engine in Sport Plus as well, it is even slower, 100 to 200, than leaving the transmission in just D. Why? Because sometimes they are too aggressive with their software with regards to ignition cut and everything. It sounds cool, but it delays the 100 to 200 time. This is a very fast car. The last M135i that we did was an X-Drive on stage 1 hardware setup, so without a catalyst downpipe, and that car did a 9.73 100 to 200, and this car should be able to do it faster. One disadvantage, as I mentioned during the intro, the wheels and the tires. They're absolutely enormous, huge, and create a lot of drag for this car. They even stick out a lot without using spacers. They look cool. I mean, it's a subjective manner for the owner, and if he likes it, that's fine. At least it has some really good tires on the car, so not going for the cheapest option when upgrading your wheels. But they create a lot of resistance with those kind of runs, especially with 100 to 200. I'm really curious what this car will do like with OEM wheels, but yeah, it doesn't matter. What we did manage with the calibration of this car is, compared to the previous tune, we have less boost pressure at low RPM and created more ignition timing because the car is capable to handle it. That means that this car is running a stage 2 custom calibration, which is even safer than the calibration it had before. So it was not unsafe in any sense previously. Let me be clear about that. But it's just a different methodology about tuning these engines, and you can gain a lot of power with these cars while calibrating them nicely. I think we have got like 405 horsepower and 570 newton meters of torque. Again, if you look at the power numbers, it seems to be low compared to other M135i's, but we don't play with the dyno. We don't play with dyno settings or something like that. You just look at the 100 to 200 times and it will tell you already what it's capable of. The driving experience. I mean, there's one thing that caught my attention. That was, I think my cameraman put it here. Yeah, I will just show you. This is the flipper for the pedal shifter, and the left one just left the building. So I don't know why. So it will be a little bit harder to downshift because you have to press a little button. Let me floor it. Second gear. What a nice car. The surge of power is continuously. So it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling, and also like at low RPM, it has a nice amount of torque. So as I was explaining, 570 newton meters, but not at 2000 RPM. It just starts and builds up, builds up, builds up. It really makes sense to just push the throttle and let the RPMs climb on this car, because yeah, it's a wonderful engine, and especially with this catalyst downpipes solution. This is a fast car. This is an awesome car. And I was not expecting this, to be honest, with 180,000 kilometers. But we did a lot of things. The clamps and the hoses and everything just breaks off. All the plastic parts just break off when you're working on a car with this kind of mileage and this age. So everything is freshened up and it is really doing well. The lugs are very clean. And this was exactly what the owner was looking for, because he also saw the dyno graph that he had before, but the new dyno graph, you can see that the lines are very linear, very clean, and no bumps or heavy other things happening there on the dyno graphs. You will see the 100 to 200 times. I think we managed to do like a 9.3 second run. One more thing with regards to the intercooler. You know, an intercooler doesn't necessarily give you more power. You can even extract a lot of power in one time pulling a car through a dyno session or on the road with the same amount of power. But the second run, the third run and the fourth run, it will mean the car is going to heat soak. With an upgraded intercooler, especially on these cars and a lot of B48s placed in Mini Coopers, you can upgrade the intercooler and we can make the calibration that the car runs like that all the time. So it gives you a nice bit of margin when upgrading those kind of parts. And yeah, an extra safety feature, so I would always recommend doing it, especially for the M55 engine. But let me... 7,000 RPM, we're going. Man. This car is fast. If you have any questions about this setup, leave them below. Let me know what you think about the 100 to 200 times that we achieved with this car. But until this point, this is the POV review. Oh, the M55 sounds so good. I said it previously as well, compared to the B58. The M55 sounds more edgy. It's cool. Really cool. Drift? No, I will not drift with the cameraman at the back. So also let's have a quick walkthrough through the workshop. First of all, we have a lot of tires here. This is one set for Bitter's M135i, on which we did a video a couple of weeks ago. I have the same set also in the back, but for the M2 that you can see here. This is our own M2 that you already saw in the beautiful Brooklyn Grau metallic, and it just looks awesome. Also look at this license plate, it looks quite cool. With the M2 badge here, this is also Brooklyn Grau, but not metallic, and the Berg Performance logo here as well. And to be honest, this is also one of the most beautiful M3s that I ever seen, or let me put it like this. This is one of the most special M3s that I've ever seen, because it is in Mode Grau metallic. It's an individual paint color and it has been equipped with all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, the full body of this car is already in OEM BMW M Performance. Also the, the side fenders and the mirrors and the side skirt, the rear splitters, the front lip. We have replaced that one already because the previous one was damaged. It has some really cool titanium bolts, as you can see here, here, and everywhere around. It's just a nice gimmick to have on your car, I would say. The car has been lowered, well, it's on the lift right now, but it has been lowered with the KW suspension kit, the V3 kit. We are going to install front air intakes on this car, which you will see. I think they are purple, so maybe we'll make a new video about this car as well and how amazing it looks with those front intakes. And we are going to put our carbon fiber front grille in this vehicle as well. But it's just a beautiful car, I would say.